and welcome to another episode on my vlog channel. It's been about 2 weeks since the last video I've done, and I just didn't have the time yet to make another video. But anyways, this one is going to be a two-part video. In the first part we're gonna talk about something new vape mail. And in the second half I'm gonna go back to one of my other videos and comment on that one, rectify some things I might have done wrong in the video, and just generally tell you what I've learned up till now. FYI, it's been 4 weeks since I started vaping, and I've quit smoking and haven't had a single cigarette since. But anyways, let's get back to business and look at what's inside of the box. So let's have a look at what's inside this box. It got me quite excited. I ordered this stuff off of a French web shop. As you can see, it says France right on the box. Yeah. And like I said, I was quite excited because of course I know what's inside. Anyway, let's have a look. First of all, as you can see, it's neatly packaged with the bubble wrap, big bubbles. And what's inside? Delicious aromas, or flavoring, however you would like to call them. There's also a little bumper sticker inside. That's the name of the shop. And what else? So I ordered a bunch of flavors, and I've also placed an order for my very first pre-made e-liquids. Don't know if you can tell. These are the Vampire Vapes, which is a company from the UK, and one is the 6mg Pinkman, and this is a 12mg Nick Heisenberg. And I wanted to try these, as a lot of people were very fond of them on the forums. And these are, like I said, my very first e-liquids, or ready-made e-liquids. So just to see what should an e-liquid taste like. Other than these, I also got from the same company, the Vampire Vapes company, the Red Energy flavoring with the little bull logo. This is a 30ml bottle and has a very fine-tipped dripper. And I also got some 30ml of Capella Pina Colada flavoring. Again with the coconut, you know I like coconut. Then, because it's a French web shop, it had a lot of French aromas. So this is a company called Solup Arome. And one is the, I think it's this one, is Tahiti coconut. And this one is a vanilla bourbon flavor. And this is also from a French company, which is called A&L. And I basically just bought these because of the logo. Just check it out. It says Kamea from Kamehameha, if you remember. And it's got a little panda doing a Kamehameha. It's 10ml. Another one from that company is called the Pretty Panda. And some from the same company, some cola flavoring. And that's what was inside of the box. There was also a little piece of candy as a little thank you gift. Anyway, I already ate that one. So that was what's inside this package for this week, and I'll go and take you guys back to the normal view, and I'm gonna tell you some more stuff. So like I said before, it's been 2 weeks since I received this package from Le Petit Vapoteur. The links to the website and all of the stuff I got there is in the description below. Really good design of the website. I really like it. Very clean. There's also a point system and during checkout for your following purchases, so you can get some discount. They also have discount codes. Just look it up. It's in the description below as well. Other than that, I immediately, once I got this little package, okay, it's been 2 weeks, I had to open it, I'm sorry. And I started vaping the Vampire Vapes Pinkman, which is a 6 milligram nic juice. And it's very fruity, or so the people on the forum said. Some think it's too fruity. I'm not a flavor junkie. I don't do flavor profiling or whatever. I will not go and say this stuff is in there and this and this and this. Not for me. But it reminded me of some sort of candy. I couldn't wrap my head around which one, but I guess it was something like gummy bears. I thought it was very nice. The second one, I tried the Vampire Vapes Heisenberg, which is menthol, and a very strong menthol to begin with. I didn't think I would like this one, because even when I opened it, it was woof, there, immediately the sense of menthol in my nose. But anyways, once you get a little bit used to it, it's an awesome flavor. Something I'll be trying this week is mixing the two together. Of course, anyone who is into movies and series and TV knows the series. And if you mix the two together, people call it Breaking Bad, so a 50-50 mix. We'll try it anyways. Then the first time I mixed 4 10 milliliter new juices as well. I used the Vampire Vapes Red Energy, which is very nice. There's no recommendation on the bottle in terms of how much you should use. If you remember in my previous DIY liquid video, which is linked right here, I used to do the vape-based flavorings in a 5%, because on their website they say 5 to 7%. I found out I needed to increase that amount to about 10 to 12% on those flavors, so I immediately chose to go with 12% on this one, because it has the dripper on the top, a very fine dripper for that matter. I also tried to measure how much drips it would take to fill up 1 milliliter, so I took my 1 milliliter syringe, pulled out the green plunger and stuck it in underneath in the spout, and I filled the syringe up until it hit the 1 milliliter mark, and it was about 62 drops per milliliter, so that's a whole lot of drops. Anyways, these bottles are 30 milliliters in flavoring, so that'll last you quite a while. On to the next one then. I also made the 2 A&L flavors. So the Kamea Panda and the Pretty Panda flavor. And they do give a recommendation on the back of the bottle. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but they tell you to use a certain number of drops per 10 milliliters of e-liquid. So I took their recommendation and did it just like they said. The liquids had 1 week to steep until I tried them. They did have some flavor, not particularly strong, not particularly nice as either, so I may need to experiment a bit with how much I will be using of these. Both seem to be also kind of a fruity flavor anyway, but like I said, I need to up the strength. But then I got to the little cola. And though I like cola flavored candy, this I did not like. So the recommendation is about 20 drops, which isn't much. In comparison, these are 32 and 23 drops each. So 20 drops wasn't much in 10 milliliters of e-liquid. It had a week to steep and it did smell good, but it was so chemical. I really hated it. So pretend you're eating Coca-Cola flavored candy, a whole bunch at a time. There will be an aftertaste in your mouth which is quite chemical, and this was very chemical. So didn't like it. Just my opinion. Then I also made a new batch in the meantime. So the previous ones I mixed in a 60-40 VG to PG ratio, which was another one of my mistakes in the beginning, as the 40-60 VG to PG ratio would give me too much of a throat hit. Wasn't pleasant. If you remember the first mixing video I did the 40-60 mix, so wasn't I wouldn't recommend it. Try to stick to a 50-50 or even a 60-40, which I am now 60-40 VG to PG ratio. And also the last batch was an 8 milligram nicotine content. If you remember 4 weeks ago, the first one I made was 18 milligrams. It was way too much. So I didn't need 18 milligrams, and the next day I made a new liquid, or I remade my liquid I made with by adding some more VG and some more flavoring and some separate PG to the mix to reduce the nicotine content. It was too much for me. And then I also made a new batch with some of my old flavorings because I like them. I know what they taste like now. And I also used the Pina Colada, the Tahiti coconut mix, and the vanilla bourbon. So they're steeping right now. We'll see how it goes. As far as steeping goes, I did change my work method quite a bit. You remember the plastic bottles I got? I got some brown glass bottles now, 15 milliliter brown glass bottles with some of those drippers you can take out, you know. And what I do is I mix them up inside of the bottle, of course. I shake it real well, and then I will put it in the sink in a little bowl filled with very hot water. Put the liquids inside for about 15 minutes, shake them up again real good, and then put them in the cabinet and leave them there for about a week, shaking them up every day, once a day anyways. That seems to do the trick real good. My liquids are steeping very happily in my cabinet. So thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring this time. If you liked it, like the video. If you disliked it, just dislike it. At least tell me what you disliked about it. Maybe I can work on it. Maybe I can do something else or change the format a little bit so everybody likes it, which is impossible, of course. But anyway, I like to get feedback from you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.